Hey creative, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my laboratory. So in my previous video, we digitized our own design in Chroma. So today we're gonna go ahead and stitch it out. Of course, if you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and have it linked somewhere on this screen for you. But I'll also have it linked in the description box as well as everything else I used for this video. Now, if you like this video, you learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, make sure that bell notification is on so you don't miss any of my upcoming craft tutorials. So for this project, I'm using this sponge fleece hoodie from BELLA+CANVAS, and it's really soft and lightweight. So I'm using a heavy duty 2.5 ounce stabilizer as my backing. And I'm just going to go ahead and spread it out and, hoop it. And y'all, if I'm thinking like, if I'm going to be doing like a lot of embroidery projects and stuff, getting a hoop master might be a great idea because I'll be seeing my friends like do their embroidery projects and they have like their hoop masters and they hoop in like 3 seconds, and I be struggling sometimes, y'all. Like, I think I'm gonna have to invest in one of those. But anyway, did you know you can order straight from BELLA+CANVAS now without needing a reseller certificate, and they don't have any order minimums? So you no longer have to get your BELLA+CANVAS merch from like Jiffy shirts or anything like that. You can order straight from the website, which is great because they have such a huge variety of colors. If you're working with like a school, a business, or anything that needs a specific color, I'm pretty sure you can find it over at BELLA+CANVAS. And their stuff is super soft because of the heirloom cotton they use. And not to mention it fits your body more because they use the side seam. So it's not boxy and shapeless like the other shirt. If you're like, wondering where you can get quality blanks and stuff from for your custom apparel business, I highly encourage you to try BELLA+CANVAS. And of course, I will have a link in the description box for you guys. And I am using my largest hoop that's included with my Ricoma Em1010, which is my 12 by 8 hoop. So once I finally have a hoop, just going to go ahead and move it over to the machine, and I'm inserting it upside down. So instead of putting like the hood towards the back, I'm putting the pockets towards the back. So because I did that, of course, I'll have to go in and flip my design once I upload it. And my design's already in my machine, so I just kind of have to search for it and go ahead and insert it on the screen. So flipping my design is really easy. I just hit design set and hit those F's. Then I just choose the correct one. But I had to make sure that I didn't mirror it. You just want to flip it. So flip, don't mirror. I had did it wrong the first time. So once I found the correct one, you just hit OK. And look, it's correct on our screen. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my arrows to kind of position it on the hoop where I want it to. Once everything looks good on screen, I'll go ahead and program my colors. I could use 10 different colors if I wanted to, but I'm only using 2 colors for this project, and it just has 5 color stops. So I'm basically just programming 5 colors in there. Go ahead and trace everything out and make adjustments. Always start on needle number 1, so when you're doing your tracing, and this just gives me like a good idea of where my project is actually going to go ahead and stitch out. So once everything is looking good and it's positioned how I want it to be, I just go ahead and hit start and let Ricky do his thing. Am I the only person who names their like equipment, like Ricoma, Ricky? That's how I came about that. I don't know, it just seems to make sense to me. But does anybody else name their stuff, or is it just me? I don't know. But since this was my first time digitizing, I kind of watched my project like a hawk, but I did all that and forgot to make sure I had bobbin. So I ran out of bobbin like in the beginning of the project, but it's a super easy fix. So I just went ahead and replaced the bobbin and moved my machine back a couple stitches to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, last time I'm going to interrupt, I promise. I just wanted to come to you and tell you about Deco Summit. It's a 3-day convention in Miami held by Ricoma every year. This year will be in September. If you ever had any questions about your embroidery machine or any other machines that Ricoma has, or you just need a little more hands-on training, they have hands-on training, demo classes, and so much more, okay? If there's ever a time for you to invest in yourself and your business, Deco Summit is it. Use my code for a discount. Don't wait. Grab your tickets now, okay? You don't want it to sell out. And of course, if you didn't see my previous video where I did the digitizing, I'll go ahead and link that for you again, just in case you skipped the intro. Mm-hmm. And missed that part. And of course, everything I use will be linked in the description box of this video, you guys. And if you're enjoying this video, you've learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in getting a Ricoma machine or any other Ricoma accessory, I will have an affiliate link in the description box for you guys as well. So this was like a 37,000 stitch project. I had my machine going at 950 stitches a minute, and it can go up to 1,000, but you know, I like to keep it at 950. So this took about 43 minutes to stitch out. As far as the design goes, it says Maine, which is like a word they say here in Memphis. They be like, "Hey, Maine," you know. So that's where I got this designer or whatever from. And my husband, he is like so Memphis, you know. So when he saw this, he was like tripping. Like he really loved this design or whatnot. So I'm really excited to, you know, like dive into digitizing and just kind of be able to make custom stuff for him like this, or just in general, you know, that fits his personality or whatnot. You know, designs that I wouldn't be able to find on Etsy or would normally have to outsource or whatnot. So but once everything finished, of course, I just went ahead and removed everything from the hoop. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do my little cleanup on the back. I'm just going to cut away my stabilizer and then throw a little thread cleaning up. And y'all, you know, I ordered something off the internet the other day and it had like an embroidered logo. And I looked at the back of it and they didn't even clean the threads. And I was like, is that not a thing? Like, I don't know. But I wanted to cut as much of the stabilizer off without actually cutting through the hoodie. So I just had to be a little bit careful with that. And I did go ahead and get my curved scissors, which allowed me to get even closer to the fabric. And then I just go ahead and clean up the ends. Now, I will say for my first time digitizing, I do think I did a good job. But I see some places where I can improve. I feel like maybe this white thread was a little too light to be on a red shirt, because I feel like you can see the red through the white where I was doing the complex fill, right? Like the satin border looks great, but the middle of the letters, not so much. And I also feel like maybe had I changed the density of the design, maybe it wouldn't be so transparent. So I am going to go back into the digitizing and try that out and see if I get any difference in results. But my husband loved it. I mean, I'm still proud of the way it came out for my first time digitizing. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any tips or tricks for me, please leave it down in the comments. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.